I put my cards. Ooh, there they are. I am alive. I am alive. Yes, what a time. Ooh, feeling good. Happy to be here. Let me get my cards out. I'm going to use my colorful neon tarot. Sorry for being late, astronauts. I know I came a little late this time. But let me check. I think I was supposed to aim for 5, I believe. Hope so. Hopefully I wasn't too late. Hopefully I wasn't too late. Let me see. Oh, I'm a little late, astronauts. I am so sorry. Let me edit this just in case anyone sees it. I did not mean to be late at all. So that is my mistake. That is my bad. I will just wait. Okay. I am like an hour late. That doesn't happen. I was helping. I was helping my mother clean. I got distracted and I was like, I've got to help her because otherwise she won't clean it. She won't clean it if I don't help. And so the time flew by while I was doing that. And thus I'm super late and I'm so sorry. I updated the post. So if anyone sees the post, then they'll know it's now 5. Maybe I should make another post. Let me make another post for the astronauts and letting them know. Well, I guess they'll see the live because you might not see the post. But yes, I'm finally here. I'm ready to start the live. I have my cards ready, shuffled on deck. Sorry, I'm late for this. And I've said sorry a billion times. It's my fault. It's my fault. I should have set my alarm. I didn't set it. I didn't set my alarm to alert me that it was 5 o'clock. And I'm like, why did I do that? Or 4 o'clock, I should say. That's what I should have done. Lesson has been learned. Normally I'm on top of these things. I'll be honest. I really am. But this week I've been slipping. This week, I think all of the new planets shifting. I'm blaming the planets. It's me. I'm just tired. That's what it is. But yes, if you're coming in, don't forget to hit the like button and let me do a poll. Let me do a poll to make sure that those who are coming in will get the participation, and I will just wait here. I am so late. I'm going to do so those coming into the live can do this. Did I not do this? Right? So strange. There we go. Oh. All right. Okay. Oh my goodness. So tired. Ugh, I gotta make sure I get my rest this weekend so I can stay on top of my game. You know, I've been late before, but never by an hour. So I think I've reached peak burnout, but it is what it is. I'm still here. So if anyone wants a reading, then we can get a reading. And don't forget to participate in the polls. Let me make sure that my sound is okay. Sometimes it goes out. All right, let's just check in on the sound. Oh, can't stand these commercials. All right. Okay, it's working. All right, it's working. Just checking. Okay. I'll have to go live at 4 next week just to make sure that I am on top of my game and keep my promises for those who wanted one at 4. Ah. All right. Let me look at the transits next week. So I do like to look at the vibes and see what's up and coming. No, this week we had in Vedic astrology, Mars moved into the sign of Cancer. So something may have come to an accumulation point for certain people this week, depending on what house it was in, you know. Might have been a big shift. But yes, next week, that is the 6th through the 12th, right? So let's see what the transits are, 6th to the 12th. Oh, there's the full moon in Libra on the 12th. Oh, gosh, I'm so tired. All right, full moon in Libra. And then Mercury goes, is this the right year? Yeah. Mercury should be going direct, but let me check that. I thought that was a different date. Maybe I'm thinking about Venus direct. Let me see. Want to make sure I'm accurate. That can't be right. Blah, 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 blah. That's when it goes retrograde. Ugh, I hate when people are just too chatty. When they're just like, when does it go direct? Yeah, it goes direct April 7th. So that is next week too. So no more Mercury retrograde. Full moon and no more Mercury retrograde. So all the conversations will be moving forward. Anything that you had to go back and redo, reorganize, recheck, all the re's, you know, restructure, reinvent, revisit. All of that is a Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde for me, just having a lot of conversations, you know, about restructuring, particularly everything I do in terms of like work, school. So it's all of those things for me. That has been my Mercury retrograde. A lot of conversations. So hopefully this Mercury retrograde wasn't too bad for you guys. Mine's was a continuation of things and just kind of redoing things and revisiting things and making sure that I am being efficient in my communication, essentially, you know. Oh my God. I need to revisit my bed. That's what I need to revisit. So sleepy. So sleepy, let me tell you. But let me know if you want to get a reading. Don't forget to answer the polls. Don't forget to hit the like button. I would really, really appreciate it. And tell me what type of readings you want next. The poll has 3 questions, but you can also make a comment. And feel free to tell me about how your week and how you felt Mercury retrograde has been affecting you, or even what type of reading you would like to see next. I'm definitely interested in what you think, or what's been on your mind, or what's been happening lately. Lately for me, I can say things have been chaotic, but then when are they not? So, but it's been fine. It's been fine. I expected this for the month of April. Oh, goodness. Oh, love is taking the lead in the polls. So don't forget to answer the polls. Please hit the like button. I know Mercury retrograde definitely has that effect where it makes communication just feel like impossible. But I feel like it's good because it allows you to just figure out where you're going wrong or where there may be some communication challenges when you're talking to certain individuals, what you can restructure and redo. I feel like it just adds a layer of like refinement. That's the word. All the words, like I said, anything with a refinement, redo, restructure, reorganize, re. But it's not bad. It is not bad at all. I hope everyone is doing okay. I know that Trump is crashing the economy. So maybe you need a breather, take a moment. We kind of knew that this is probably coming. So we have to do our best to be calm and stay strong and stick together. To be honest, that's really all we can do. And be strategic, be active, be proactive. Don't let fear guide you. Yes, it's easier said than done, but I think this is a time that takes courage. I guess all of life takes courage, right? You know, there's always going to be rough moments. There's always going to be times where things are not ideal, but we're going to do our best to move forward. And I think that's the positive mindset we can take in this life. But yes, if you would like to ask a question, feel free to ask. The yes or no questions are $5. For the any other sort of like general reading, that would be $10. All of the information, PayPal, Cash App is in the description. You can also use Super Chat. So if you don't have access to PayPal or Cash App, Super Chat is available. Oh, hey, Rose. I love how accurate and honest your readings are. I'm wondering if my ex-boyfriend still has feelings for me. Let's find out. And thank you so much. Let's find out, Rose. Okay, just want to shuffle these cards. They're flying out. Does Rose's ex-boyfriend? Whoa. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Five of Swords. Okay, they have some very strong feelings. I'll say that. And this card really wants to come out. We have the Chariot. So for me, it feels like this person may have some sort of maybe bitterness towards you. I'm not gonna lie. The Four of Cups is very reflective energy. So I know that they still think about you. That would be pretty shocking if they didn't, especially since that's such a let me reflect and think about things card sitting under the tree. And it's almost like this person, I don't know if you even want to hear this person may have other people interested in them that they are ignoring because that they feel sort of like wounded by your connection with each other. I think they felt like things didn't end on the best note for them. But I don't think they have more romantic feelings. I think they have more so like, I feel like this person just like cast me aside, or this person just didn't treat me how I wanted to be treated, or they may have said some things I didn't like to hear, or something like that. Or they just felt like there's a little bit of like sourness to them. Like this person is a little bit bitter. I'm not going to lie. The Chariot does show that they kind of want to more so move on. But ultimately, I think this person just has a lot of troubled thoughts when it comes to you guys' relationship. Okay, we got the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like they thought that there was maybe some communication troubles, like possibly you had different visions on how you would like the relationship to be, more than likely. Let me clarify the Chariot. The Chariot shows that they're doing their best to hold together and trying to move on. I mean, essentially, the Strength card is like, all right, this is tough, but I want to be able to get over the breakup. That's their sort of mentality when it comes to you. And like I said, they're focused more so on the hurt. It's not like for them, it's hard to look past the hurt. I do want to say that, Rose. Not to say, anything bad or anything about you or anything. This person is just very hurt right now. And so they are doing their best to move on. And that's where their focus has been. I hope that's clear. I'm not trying to hurt any feelings or anything, but this person is really upset. Completely honest. Let me know if that resonates, Rose, or like if you guys had like a amicable breakup or a tumultuous one, or let me know if this person tends to hold a grudge. And see, is it all in my head or is D attracted to me? Okay, let's see. Is it all in NC's head? And don't forget to hit the like, everyone. Okay. Oh, and don't forget to leave your vote on the polls. Let me know what type of reading, love, career, or what does X think of me? I think that's what I wrote here. And thank you for hitting the likes. All right. Oh, we have the 5 of Cups, the Justice card, and the Hierophant. I want to pull one more card for this 5 of Cups. That's interesting. Because I normally get these combination of cards. 5 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, representing to sort of like move on. Marin says, hold on. Hi, will I be able to purchase a general spread? Like what energies? Yes, all you have to do is PayPal or Cash App, or you can use the super chat. PayPal and Cash App, the information is in the description bar. So if you just want to Cash App or use PayPal me, those are my preferred methods, but obviously everyone doesn't have access to that. So all you have to do is hit the super, why can't I remember it? Super chats. But back to NC. Well, it's kind of interesting to me because to me, it feels like that D may have had a very strong attraction to you in the past, but maybe this person has felt like it hasn't been reciprocated or something. Because when we have the 5 of Cups, it's like, they're like, okay, this person doesn't seem to be feeling what I'm feeling, and maybe it's best for me to move on. Because when we have this Justice and the Hierophant, that's kind of like, hey, I'm just going to keep it cordial. I'm going to keep it professional. I'm going to keep it, what's the word? I'm going to keep it nice and platonic in any ways, unless we had different cards surrounding the Hierophant. But these cards together is very much like, you know what? I'm going to keep things nice and cordial. I think that this person may not be interested in me. So in D's head, they felt like they might have expressed their interest or something, and then they may not have received anything back. But I do think that there may have been an attraction. It's just that they may have felt like it hasn't been reciprocal. Okay, just want to clarify their feelings. We have the Moon and the 4 of Pentacles. So that to me is like a yes. They have a lot of confusion when it comes to, I guess, their interactions with you. So in their mind, they're like, is this person into me or not? I think they might have felt like they were being a little bit more obvious or so subtle, or they're trying to read you in a way. So there you go. Yeah, he's dropping hints, and you're so right, because we have this Four of Pentacles and the moon. The moon likes hints, the moon's like subtleties, the moon is about mystery, the moon is not direct. And then also with the Four of Pentacles, it's like, I'm going to hold back. I don't want to take a risk. I don't want to be blunt and just jump in and say, I like you. Or when will you go out with me? The Four of Pentacles is going to say, I'm going to see how you feel about me. I'm going to talk to you. You know, I'm going to ask questions. Oh, what are you doing Friday night? Like, oh, how was your weekend? Did you see anyone? Like, not very direct and saying, hey, I want to know if you're available. I'm interested in going out with you, right? So I do think that they do have an attraction towards you, but they felt like, you know, this person's not paying attention to me. They're not giving me the time of day. They're not picking up on what I'm putting down. And so they're kind of like, all right, well, I'll just leave it where it is. But I think you should follow your intuition that this person does have that sort of attraction. There I am. Okay. Rose, thanks. You're right. I accidentally broke up with him the day before Valentine's Day, although I didn't want to. He just became so critical and cold, not the same person I fell for. I'm so sorry to hear that, Rose. You know, that is very disappointing when someone's character just kind of switches like that, you know, or maybe it's revealed more. I don't know. It's different for every person, but you'll definitely find someone who's going to treat you right, because being critical and being so cold is kind of like, you know. Eric says, I just sent Marion. Elon Eric says, okay, thank you. I just sent PayPal. Just a question on what you can pick up with my life, whether it's love, general direction. I've been doing shadow work and self-reflection. All right, let me get to PayPal. All right. All right. And see, okay, I will try chatting with him more and let him know it's okay. Yeah, talk to him a little bit more. If you're interested in him, you know, make it a little bit more obvious, because he seems to be very shy and not as forthcoming with his feelings and things on the lines of that. All right, let me get to this. General vibes. All right. The energy around you. Let's see. Let us see. Too many cards fell out for that one. The energy around you. Whoa. Okay, these two cards flew out. Death and the Hermit. Wow, transformative thoughts here. So the energy around you is, first of all, if we start with the more material, then there's probably going to be some changes in your work environment, or even to your financial situation with these two combinations of cards here. But either way, it's something to do, like if we're talking to practical level, I'm going to get into the more other stuff later. But on a more practical level, what's coming through is that Spirit says there's going to be some changes when it comes to your financial situation that is happening, or your job situation, whether that is something that is like a job change, something that represents more money. Hopefully it's not the opposite, debt or anything like that. Maybe it's paying off debt. That can be another thing, a factor when it comes to these combination of cards. But that's something that is going to be coming up. Okay, just changes in that area of your life. But if we look at the intrinsic meanings of these cards, when we have this Death card and the Hermit here, if you've been someone who's been a little bit more to yourself, or even just more of a homebody, you may find yourself being a little bit more social and opening up a little bit more. The Death card here kind of shows that, like, this hermit life, this shy guy, shy girl life, or even just this period of introspection in terms of, because I know you said you've been doing a lot of shadow work and a lot of like self-reflection, self-help, which shows the hermit and things along the lines of that. That's coming to a close. It's like you're going to reach some sort of conclusion, some sort of logical thought, and you're going to move forward. Okay, you're going to go to the next step here. I'm just looking at the hermit card. To me, it just feels like there's some big transformative changes and big thoughts that you've been having surrounding your health, your mental space, the practical everyday things having to do with your life, because the hermit card represents sort of our day to day because it connects to Virgo. And you've been thinking about restructuring things, transforming things into something that is more beneficial to yourself. I want to pull some more cards here. Yep. The star card. So that represents a positive change. So there's positive changes coming your way. It also can represent that you're starting to feel more helpful. You're taking hopeful, but helpful too. Hopeful, taking on a more peaceful mentality. You have some good things coming up when it comes to sort of like things that you've been hoping for and dreaming for and wishing for, particularly within the realm, once again, of finances, or even finding maybe like a tribe or people that you feel like you can really connect with. Because we kind of have two cards, death ruling like, hey, we're ending hermit time, and star card is connected to Aquarius, the house of friendships and things along the lines of that. It can also be connected to social media or groups like that, but it's representing like, hey, I'm finding a space where I can really share my ideas, connect with people, share my deep experiences, and really get out there. But you're entering a more hopeful, happy period in your life, more positivity. You said, yeah, I put in for a job transfer. I would like to leave the company altogether, looking for jobs and studying for a career switch, but ultimately the current work environment isn't positive for me. But yeah, I'm looking for everything different, including social tribes. Oh, I love how the cards matched up for that. They showed all the job changes and finding better people and a more peaceful environment for you. But that's mainly what's going to be happening. More peaceful, better mental health, better physical health. I don't know if you've had any issues with that. I know stress can cause a lot of issues. Especially physically, it can show up on you. Better, all of that. But it definitely represents just having more peace, more just finally you can be peaceful. You can feel like you have support. You can feel like you have people to talk to. You feel like people who understand you, like you're coming into a new state. Okay. So that is definitely a huge transformation. I love how we got all of these major arcana. Normally I get that to represent like, it'll be hard to avoid this. Like it's coming, it's hard to avoid. It's almost like a faded type of energy. So more positivity coming your way. So I'm very happy to hear that for you, honestly. And then there's something to do with help. I want to clarify that because the word help is coming in my, Two of Cups. Maybe you'll find somebody who's very helpful, or maybe even some love in a sense. Some sort of connection, because I have gotten the Two of Cups for friendship as well. But there may be someone coming into your life who just feels like they give you a lot of love, care, and support and understanding and help. I don't know why, but the word help just kept coming in my head. But I just feel like somebody's coming in to help you, to understand you, to connect with you, to feel like, hey, I've got your back. We're in union. We're in this together. Don't know what that is or what's happening here. It could be anything from a friend to a counselor to even someone who might be romantic in that sense. But this person is going to help you sort of through these moments, through this transition in a way. Especially, it's like they're welcoming you into the new space. So when you get that job transfer, there may even be someone there who will help you integrate into the role, or help you into the new environment, or someone you just really click with, or maybe you might even find yourself meeting someone in a more romantic sense. But definitely someone should be coming in. Ooh. All right. Don't forget to hit the likes and answer the polls. You are welcome. Looks like love is in the lead. Wow, love is in the air. I love love, and I'm glad everyone else is loving it. So don't forget to answer the polls, hit the like button. I really appreciate it. And I hope everyone's doing good. Let me know how your week has been. If you have any up and coming plans for April, springtime, sunshine, so many more things to do in the spring. I think my list of things have expanded in terms of things to do. I wanted to take advantage of it, do something at least every weekend, you know. Might do something Sunday too, but let's see. If you want to get a reading, all you have to do is PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. If you don't have access to PayPal or Cash App, though I do prefer PayPal and Cash App, it just pays you more directly. But it's fine. You know, not everyone has that access. And let me get this. I am just shuffling away, resetting those energies. Cards are a little bit all over the place. Let me fix them. All right. In times of trouble, people want the love. I love to see that. All right. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, guys, for yawning. I've been a little tired these days. Spring sleepiness, that's what it is. But yes. Up and coming next week, we have that Mercury going direct, as I mentioned, and the full moon in Libra. And I have to look up the nakshatra for Vedic astrology. Let me do that now. I do like to give little hints. And I'll probably go live. Oh, wait, I think I go to dinner next Saturday. So I'll probably go live next Sunday. And we'll see how that goes in terms of the live. Excuse me. We'll go live next Sunday. And let me look up the nakshatra that it will be in so I can give you guys some hints on what the vibes will be like of this full moon, what's coming in. I think the last post I did was on the Uttara Falguni. Was it a full moon? Goodness. Solar eclipse, I believe. Was that the solar eclipse? I don't think that's right. Where am I at? Let me get back to it. Get back to it. That is not the right thing. I'm just looking at the astrology, guys, just to give you hints on how things are going to be next week, going through the nakshatras. Libra in general is all about friendships and things along the lines of that. It's about connections, one-on-one partnerships. So there's a lot of, I don't know, highlighting of that area in your life. And one-on-one partnerships can really be anything. You know, I've had transits to 7th house Libra to represent like work with a trainer, work with a therapist, work with a boss. Like it's like a one-on-one relationship that you have with a specific individual. And so there may be something along the lines of that. Also, if you're like a content creator, it would be like your audience. So the relationship you have with your audience, right? But that's what it is in general. Granted, I'll say that can be more Aquarius, but sometimes it's Libra as well. Depending on the vibes, depending on the scale, I think Aquarius is going to be a little bit more massive than Libra, you know. What would he do if I just started talking to him more? NC wants to know. Okay. Excuse me for yawning, NC. Okay. It's not you. It's me. I've just been tired lately. What would he do if I just started talking to him more? Oh. Queen of Swords. Nine of Wands. And the Empress. That's interesting. Because for me, it's like at first, he is going to, oh, thank you. I never wear these kinds. I always wear my other ones. But I think he is going to engage back. But I think there is a little bit of hesitation on his part. Maybe he's just like confused as to why you're talking to him more, because we have this Nine of Wands energy, and that's very like guarded, that's very defensive. So it's almost like they're not revealing so much of themselves. The Nine of Wands upright is obviously a lack of vulnerability, or even just kind of keeping their cards close to their chest. Like they're like, oh, I can't reveal too much about myself. But we do have the Empress here on the end. And so it does show that they would open up more. They would feel like, I usually get the Empress card to represent happiness. They would feel happy, this person would feel happy that you're talking to them more, but don't be alarmed if at first they're a little bit like defensive and standoffish. But if you keep talking to them, they'll start to feel happy. They may start to open up more. They're definitely going to be more kind, more giving, because that's the Empress's energy. She wants to care for other people. She wants to give. She wants to love. She wants happiness. So very much I see all of that. Z, how are you? Hi, Z, how are you? Are you still taking donations? Yes, I am. So you could do PayPal, Cash App, or some people, since they don't have either of those, they've been doing super chats. And I hope you're doing well, Z. But the Empress definitely feels like they're going to open up to you just a little bit slower, because we got that Nine of Wands there. You're going to have to get past their little barriers. We did get that Four of Pentacles for them earlier. And once they do that, it starts to feel like you guys are forming a bond. They're forming a connection. And there's a lot more pleasantry. And maybe they'll feel a little bit more comfortable to ask you out. Oh, look at that. The King of Pentacles. They start to feel a little bit more confident. They start to feel less fearful about possibly asking you out or getting to know you more or talking to you. But this person will obviously try to be more helpful. I usually get the King of Pentacles to represent someone who wants to like sort of take care of someone, or even just do things for someone, or give sound advice, or just kind of like be a little bit more protective of someone and things on the lines of that. But there's generally a generous person. And so they start to give more of themselves if you continue to talk to them, and start to feel more confident, and they'll start to feel more of that connection and that love potentially growing in a way. But they'll like it. But just don't be alarmed if at first they're like, they've got their guard up and they're like, oh no, like what's happening here? Oh, I don't know why the Two of Cups came out. Maybe that's for you, NC. Maybe the cards are still in your energy. That's you two connecting. Because that flew out. All right. You said, yeah, I have seen that in him. I wonder why he's so nervous. Oh, goodness. But Z, let me know if you send it through PayPal or Cash App. I think Cash App, I get a notification, but PayPal, I do not. So he used to work with me. Oh, I see. So you have a good feel for his personality, especially in the work environment. He's probably holding back from that. That makes a lot of sense. Maybe he's not used to that transition from like coworkers to, potentially something romantic. That would understand and bring about a lot more. That is understandable, and I understand why he might have reservations, because that is a tricky situation for a lot of people, right? And also, if you're just coming in, don't forget to give your opinion on the polls, and don't forget to hit the like button. I would really much appreciate that. Love so far is in the lead. Okay. All right, let me get over here. What is happening in my phone? I think it's me. I think it's me. Let me get to PayPal. That's what I'm doing right now. All right. So we have a question from Z, and that is, how does E feel about me? I had a conflict with H, and he is close to her. And he is close to her. Okay. And it seems to be avoiding me now. But he was kind of doing that before. Okay. Let's see. Ooh, goodness. I might have to get some sleep after this. Let's see the vibes. Let's see the vibes. All right. We have the Queen of Swords, the World, and the Seven of Pentacles. That's interesting. These feelings aren't necessarily bad, to be completely honest. The Queen of Swords does show that somebody's a little bit more objective and fair. So just because you had a conflict with H, I don't think E is sort of swayed by that in any manner. With the World card here, that generally I get that to represent having like a high opinion of someone. Now, you said this person was avoiding you. I don't know. Are you guys friendly with each other? Because sometimes the World card can represent like distance, or just feeling like hey, like we aren't super besties or something like that. But to be honest, I don't feel like they have any sort of ill will or bad feelings towards you. If anything, the World card is generally a card of respect, feeling like this person is accomplished, feeling like, hey, this person's hardworking, they're smart. It said we used to be, but we don't make eye contact. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, I guess the World card here is the distance. To me, when we get the Seven of Pentacles, I think they are sort of taking a hard look at you. The Queen of Cups, taking a hard look. I'm trying to figure out what they're thinking about. Maybe they're trying to figure out what to say. Because you said you guys used to be close, but not close anymore. And so with the Eight of Swords, to me, and this Queen of Cups, like I said, I don't see them having bad feelings towards you. I think they're just like unsure of what to say to you, because you guys used to have that closeness, and now things are at a distance. And the Seven of Pentacles is just like, I'm reconsidering, and I'm trying to decide if it is sort of worth saying something to you, or even approaching and continuing to like invest in the situation. Because when we have the Seven of Pentacles, that shows somebody who's put a lot of effort and investment into your relationship in the past, right? And so now they're thinking, hey, like we have a history. Maybe I should reconnect. Maybe I should say something. Maybe I should engage in a conversation, but I'm so unsure of where to start, what to say, and what to do. But honestly, their feelings towards you are pretty positive. They think that you're a pretty great person. You have a lot of great attributes. They think you're smart. They think that you're somebody who is dedicated. Obviously, the world card can represent, having a sense of strong loyalties, feeling like that somebody is like very what's the word, almost regal in a way. Sometimes I get with the world card, but they to me it just seems like they think very positive things about you. um Especially all of these cards come together, they're so good. Like, we got the Queen of Swords, the World, the Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and then you just have the Eight of Swords, which is just like, I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, like but it's just like they just don't know what to say, to be completely honest. But they really do think that you're a pretty good person. I don't think they're thinking about your conflict with H. They're not letting their feelings sway them in any way. So I wish he would just say something, but I understand. Yeah, maybe try reaching out to them, Z, if you want to reconnect, because this person is, at a little bit of a loss for words or how to engage or anything like that. But you're welcome. And anybody else, let me know if you want to get a reading. Don't forget to hit the like, and don't forget to vote on the polls. If you want a yes or no question, that's just $5. And if you want a general reading, that is $10. And the PayPal and the Cash App are in the description bar. But if you do not have PayPal or Cash App, all you have to do is super chat. And I should be here for about around 15 more minutes. All right. I was a little late today, and I feel sorry for everyone. I said it was at 4, and then I didn't set my alarm, and I was helping my mother, and I was like, oh no, it's way past the time. But I'll make sure I'm here at 4 next week, because I'm trying to hit all the times that people voted for. And that poll, I believe you can still vote for. It's still up, where I ask about what time is best for readings. You can just scroll through that post. I may repost it, just not anytime soon. I'm just going to try maybe in May reposting it to see what time people like, because it's good to throw those polls out there. But I don't think I need to post it every month. But yes. And as I was just talking about, I was looking up what nakshatra this moon is going to be in. Let me make sure. The full moon. We had a lunar eclipse in Uttara Falguni, and we knew that vibe was about, I know a lot of people moved and shifted. A lot of people moved and shifted during that time. So I'm trying to think of Uttara Falguni is a lot of like work energy. It's less relaxation, more so work. And so keep that in mind for that energy. I don't know what happened in your lives around then. I believe I had some interviews around that time. So where am I looking? I'm trying to look up the nakshatra. I want to give you guys some hints on the vibes of that nakshatra that this full moon is going to be in. Let me actually look at the time, because the time I need to know. I want to give this info. But yeah, if you want a reading, just feel free to hop in the chat, and I will, stop looking this up. But I do want to give you the time. I do like to give my astronauts who come to the live some vibes on the moon. How do I pay for a reading? You can go to PayPal or Cash App, and all you have to do is just send that via those things, or you can do the super chat if you do not have PayPal or Cash App. My description bar has my Cash App and my PayPal in there. But like I said, if you don't have PayPal, Cash App, just super chat and you will be able to pay, Allie. Let's find out what time this eclipse is. Or moon, full moon. It is at 8 8:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so let's put this in there. The price should be in the description bar and in the title of the video. Yes or no questions, $5. General questions, $10, and things along the lines of that. Yes, Ring Flow, I am still taking questions. Yes, $10 for the full reading. All right. Thank you, Allie. All right, let me get back to April 12th and see 8:22 p.m. Oh, the full moon's in Chitra? Been a while since that. Okay. What is Q's impression of me? A coworker. Q's impression. Ring wants, okay. We have death flying out here. Death card. Okay. Why are these cards flying like this? We have the 8 of Wands. It's like as soon as I shuffle, they just fall out. And the Ace of Swords. Interesting. So Q thinks that you are a very communicative person, especially with these cards here. The Death card is actually very interesting because I feel like they think that you're someone who can be a little bit unpredictable in a way because, you know, Death card represents change, transformation, and things just not staying the same. I mean, it's Death card, right? So they feel like you go through different evolutions and transformations within maybe the work environment. Maybe it's just like you changing your outfit, or maybe you have learned to communicate differently, but either way, they've seen growth within your work in a way. And I feel like this person thinks that you are constantly busy. You're someone who is generally pretty friendly and pretty open, and they can expect a lot of honesty out of you. They can expect you to be someone with sound judgment. They expect you to be fair. They expect you to try to just give the truth. The Ace of Swords can be very blunt and cutting, but the truth is kind of harsh, right? Sometimes, but they feel like you're someone who's not afraid to just say it how it is. You know what I mean? And not only that, but they feel like you are pretty good when it comes to expressing exactly what is on your mind and looking at things from various vantage points. They feel like you're someone who is a deep thinker, especially when we have death and the 8 of Wands and the Ace of Swords. They feel like you're someone who is always thinking at a higher level and always wants to dig deeper into something, and possibly even wanting to know the people around them on a deeper level. Maybe you have some conversations that are not necessarily normal to have at work. Not to say that it's abnormal, but you might be having some like really philosophical or deep conversations when it comes to life within a work environment and things along the lines of that. But overall, they feel like you are a very sharp person. You stay proactive. You get things done pretty quickly. I've definitely got the 8 of Wands to represent like someone, a coworker of mine who would just get things done like that in 5 minutes or something like that. So they may feel like you get your tasks done pretty quickly. You stay online, you complete your deadlines, you do your goals, and you're friendly, and they feel like they could talk to you. Usually I get this combination for that. But the Death card does also indicate an air of mystery. So even if you are sociable, or maybe you talk to a few people a lot, it doesn't really matter. Or maybe you're just somebody who has a lot of deep thoughts, and when you speak, you have a lot to say on the topic that you're talking about. But whatever the case may be, they still feel like there's an air of mystery to you, is what I want to say. Let me know if that resonates, Ring. And then Allie said they sent theirs. Okay. I don't know why I keep logging out of PayPal. All right. I'm glad that resonated. All right. Let's get to Allie's reading. Allie, did you put your question in the PayPal? Okay. So you haven't put it there yet. Okay. If you're coming in, don't forget to hit the polls or hit the like button and vote on the polls. There we go. Where do you see my life in 5 years? Okay, where is Q's life or Allie's life? Sorry, I know I said Q. I think I'm looking at the Ring Flows post. Where do you see Allie's life in 5 years? All right, let's see what Spirit says. We have the 9 of Cups. Wow, great life. Hold on. Let's see what else we got here. We have the Knight of Cups. Woo. The 6 of Wands, but it's a little bit reversed, but that's not bad. Trust me. And the 2 of Pentacles. All right. And we may pull some cards a little bit later. Oh, okay. Knight of Pentacles wanted to come out. Knight of Pentacles fell right off. Okay. I had a lot to say there. So let's get into this. We have, get the right order. All right. Here's the cards up front, everything. 9 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Wands reverse, 2 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles. So your life 5 years from now is going to be pretty good, to be completely honest. 9 of Cups represents just having this inner satisfaction for how your life is. It is the wish come true card and the wish fulfillment card, but I can also get the 9 of Cups to represent no longer looking for validation from outside of anyone else. It's a sense of feeling content within yourself in a way. That's the overall feeling of the Knight of Cups. It's like, I feel happy with what I have. I feel happy with who I am. I feel happy with my perspective. I feel happy with my belief systems. It's just like an inner contentment. So we know that it's going to be a pretty good life. The Knight of Cups, he's a very interesting card. I'll say that because it does represent going through different ups and downs emotionally. But since we do know that the 9 of Cups is the first card coming up, we know that for the most part, it's going to be a pretty good life. There may be some, like I said, ups and downs and things on the lines of that. But the Knight of Cups also has some positive things coming their way, especially when it comes to new experiences. I have gotten the Knight of Cups to represent weeks that Maybe in the beginning of the week, it started off a little bit chaotic, but then by the weekend, I was having a great time and I was enjoying new experiences, going to different restaurants, going to different activities and things along the lines of that, doing things that I love and enjoy. Those are the things I love and enjoy. And so 5 years from now, it's more than likely you're going to be investing more of your time in doing things that you love and enjoy. And the Knight of Cups is generally related to new experiences. So if you are someone who likes to go see plays, then this will be a new play, right? If you're someone who likes to go to a museum, this would be a new museum, like, things along the lines of that. But the Knight of Cups generally represents new experiences. And, obviously when you're trying things out that are new, it can go good, it can go bad. But generally it's like, okay, but I experienced that and I know what's better for me now. And I know what I like more of. Six of Wands reversed is very interesting because generally I don't see this as a losing card. Six of Wands to me is like, I still won, but not in the way that I thought I was going to win. So you may have this picture in mind of how you think your ideal life will pan out 5 years from now. But the Six of Wands reversed is kind of like a little edit to it. For example, I've gotten the Six of Wands to represent like, will I win, like a certain amount of money, like a slot machine or something like that. And I got the Six of Wands reversed. So in my mind, I might have been like, oh, I'm going to win $100 on a slot machine. But in the end, I end up winning like, maybe $100 on a, what do you call those circle gambling things when you throw the dice in? You end up earning $100 in a different way, essentially. So the Six of Wands is like, I got what I wanted, but not in the way that I thought I was going to get it. Or I got something that was potentially better that I didn't even ask for. Or the situation is like, well, I'm happy with both things, that is what it is. I thought that I would be living in a nice condo, but, now I'm living in a 3-bedroom condo. I don't know, 3-bedroom house, but it's still a win. It's still like something I want. So I really do see your life being really good. And hey, Santanu, I think I'm saying that right. But as I was saying, I feel like this is going to be, your life is going to be like a lot of unexpected wins. Like, that works for me, something like that. The Knight of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles, since the Knight of Pentacles wanted to come out, Two of Pentacles shows that you're juggling a lot of different things. Definitely having to remain balanced in terms of your work and in terms of your environment. It feels like you are kind of making sure that everything stays in line and that you have time to work, you have time to relax, you have time to enjoy yourself. But for the most part, I do see you grinding away. The Knight of Pentacles is a very hard worker. And so, yes, you will have time for enjoyment, play, getting things that you want. I mean, we got the Six of Wands and the Nine of Cups within your reading. So it shows that you do have a very happy and fulfilled and content life. But you do have that little bit of hard work that you have to do, part of the grind, being steady, making sure you stay stable, making sure that you are taking care of your goals and everything along the lines of that. But for the most part, I do feel like that this is going to be quite a fulfilling time for you. None of these cards are really stressful or struggling. It's not like we got, the Nine of Swords and what other cards might be, the Devil or anything like that. We got pretty decent cards here. So to me, it shows that you're living a pretty stable, practical life where you get to enjoy yourself. I really do feel like it's good things happening for you. Yes, lots of fun too. Santanu, I think I'm saying that right. Santanu. I'm bad at pronunciating things, so that's me. Says I have a job exam July, July and August. Can I get a selection? If you want a reading, all you have to do is send it through PayPal, Cash App, or you can super chat. And it is $5 for yes or no, $10 for the general reading. But yes, anyone else wants a reading, let me know. As I mentioned before, all the information is in the description. It's also in the title. You can get it's $5, yes or no, $10 for general reading. And don't forget to vote on the polls. I definitely want to know your opinion on what you would like to see next. And hit the like button, please. I was just looking up next week's full moon, and I was saying how it is in Chitra. I am sorry to hear that, Santanu. I only do paid readings, but maybe next time, if I ever do a free reading, maybe for you can come back and get it. I'm a student. Yeah, me too. You know, I know the struggle life of a student. Right. But let me know if anyone else has a question. As I was saying, the full moon will be in Chitra. Chitra is very interesting because when I see Chitra and a lot of the Mars ruled nakshatras, there's often this theme of reflection on the past. And I guess because Mars is a malefic planet, and malefic planets usually deal with trauma and things along the lines of that. And trauma is a lot of obviously ingrained from your childhood in the past and things along the lines of that. So you see a lot of Chitra, Migashira, Danishta people filming photos, things along the lines of that. But what it can mean when it comes to what's coming up is possibly you may find yourself trying to maybe spend more time with loved ones and things along the lines of that, or trying to maybe even make some connections from the past into the present, meaning that you're addressing issues from the past that you might have. And it may not even be that. Chitra is also known as, it's actually funny. I'm going to stay on this topic for a little bit. I've seen so many like Chitra themes and like Chitra actors, and they always play that person who runs down the aisle and breaks up the wedding and is just like, no, I still love you, and things along the lines of that. They have that reputation for like missing their exes and still being in love with their exes and things on the lines of that. Oh, a lot of the Mars replacements do, but particularly Chitra is known the most for it. So that's why I said this full moon can feel a little bit like thinking more about the past and looking back on it, and maybe even sorting through those feelings. So that's something to note when it comes to Chitra. Chitra can also be a good placement when it comes to being helpful towards other people. The Chitra people I've known have been very hardworking, very independent. So it may even be like a rise in independent and self-sufficiency in a way, but it's different. Can you please do for free? I am sorry, I do not do free readings at the moment. But if you would like to pay, then I can do it. But I think I'm going to close out, everyone. And thank you for coming to the live. Look forward to maybe even some wanting to make some edits to your appearance as Chitra deals with all of these things about imagery and crafting an image and things along the lines of that. Focus on maybe that. You're probably going to looking at things from the past, sorting through feelings, and I'll even pull a card for the full moon just to end it. We got the Four of Wands, so it may be like the little happy home energy coming in for this full moon celebration time. But that is what I have, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you for joining the live. I will be live next Sunday, I believe. And let me make sure, girl, please let me make sure. Yes, next Sunday I will be live, and I will see you then. And bye, everyone.